I just want to tell you that I did read a paper that he wrote as a student about puppets, and the fact that these puppets were so quote-unquote primitive was purposeful. That the mouths didn't move was purposeful. In fact, there was a portion in this paper about why it was good that the mouths weren't moving, because the child's imagination would take over. So what does that mean? That I mean, are children today still happy to play in a cardboard box or with a brown paper bag and a puppet that doesn't move, whose mouth doesn't move? Or have times changed so much that they aren't?
Well, for me in my work, I think I've had to separate both. I've studied some play development as well, and kids' imagination and the way that they play is different than the way that they watch television. So what I've found is that they'll still play if given the opportunity with a cardboard box, and my own kids can play for hours with just a couple of different props and just become in this imaginary world. But their attention and comprehension to relevant themes on television, a lot of it has to do with how visual things are, whether it's in thought bubbles, if you can show something. Just if you're talking about something, you want to see it. If I'm talking about a cake, I want to see that cake. If I'm talking about, a friend, I want to remember what that friend looks like. From a visualness standpoint and a comprehension standpoint, we worked with Dan Anderson's work on formal features of TV, and so I've just found that the attention is higher for things that are much more visual for kids. And so while I agree that kids need that imagination time and that ability to pretend play, I do think there's a different experience when it comes to TV.